Welcome back to episode of Wrestling Around. Where this week we're doing new stuff. We're doing a roundup of the Elimination Chamber 2022. But before we get into that, joining me is world-class wrestling journalist Aaron Franklin. Aaron, how are we doing?
Oh, I'm very well, thanks, Ross. How are you doing?
I'm all right, thank you. Are you, as you know, the reports have said today, are you anything behind Storm Franklin that's going to destroy London in a few days?
Yeah, well, 20 quid's 20 quid, isn't it?
Did they ask you? Did they say, this is a powerful storm, we need somewhere like a powerful name behind it? Come up and ask you what about it?
They'll blow anything for 20 quid, Russ.
Yeah, exactly. 20 quid is 20 quid. You're not going to take it down, are you?
I can just see Storm Franklin destroying one house in the world, and it's 2 Peters. I was going to say taking the roof off.
Like the big bad wolf just stood outside his house.
I would love it now I said that. Peter's car just gets damaged somehow. Like his car belt just snaps again somehow because the wind's going. I don't know. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Peter's just, you're walking to work.
I'm still fucking livid that he fixed his car.
Oh, I am so upset. To the point where I've considered 3 times going around and breaking it. Slashing all his tyres just... You don't deserve to get away with it for that cheap.
Well, he probably only puts like budget, like part 1 tyres on, so probably only like a tenner each.
Oh God, I won't know you.
They've never been changed. Those tyres, guaranteed.
No. Yeah. Well, they won't know, will they? They don't get it serviced. They won't have to tell him.
They're as bald as his head. Anyway.
Grace. Joining me as well is Lou. Lou, how are we doing?
Yeah, I'm not bad. So you're gonna. It's not just me, though, is it? Yeah.
You see, you got a friend with you.
Acknowledge him.
Bob Roode.
Bob Roode. Yeah. Let's get his face in. There we go.
You want to know the story of Bob Roode? I've watched our last Twitch stream. It's on demand and it all. You can just go on Twitch, you search for Wrestle Around and you'll find it. Or listen to the news podcast, What's Around them. For Lou's reaction on Bob Roode, he's still fuming. Been nearly a week.
Yeah.
Come on, mate.
It's been, it's a show of my life, isn't
it? Sorry, this is the best thing I've ever done. Oh God, I absolutely love it. This week then, we decided we're going to do new stuff. It was on a Saturday at a reasonable time. Say what you want about Saudi Arabia shows, about 5 o'clock.
It's on a Saturday as well. It's even better, isn't it?
Brits out there. We're doing the latest Elimination Chamber. It was in Jeddah. Did we watch it live? When they use live tweeting from the Wrestling Around account?
I was about an hour behind.
I watched it today on Sunday. So
yeah, it was great. When it was all done by like 8 o'clock, it felt weird. It didn't feel like it was real. Do you know what I mean? It was like
short, wasn't it? Only 3 hours. Apparently, had a tight 3 hour.
Yeah, what was the pre-show as well? It was the pre-show as well, wasn't it? But there was only one match on there.
Did you watch the pre-show? I haven't watched it.
I did. Yeah.
It was Rey Mysterio against The Miz. How it happened?
I believe Rey Mysterio won.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio did win.
Yes, yeah.
I know more about it than you when you watched it.
I did pay a lot of attention to the pre-show. It's kind of on in the background. Because it's been the first pay-per-view in a while where there's actually been a match on the pre-show. They've not done one for a while like that. Yeah, the last few, they've not had anything on the pre-show other than just talking. But there was like the guys in the studio went in Saudi Arabia. Right. Then they threw over to Cole and that at the end. But it was all right. It was, for what I remember, Miz kept trying to cheat, but Dom was on the outside and he was like trying to stop him. And then
he throws the chair.
Miz did the old Eddie trick, but on Dom to get Dom kicked out.
Right.
But then as he was walking up the ramp, Ray just went anyway.
Yeah. So, it's going to lead to a tag team match probably at WrestleMania. And the latest rumor, people saying it's definitely Cody Rhodes.
That's not.
The rumor is Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is probably better because I think that we discussed on the news show, that Cody Rhodes would have been a bit mid-cardy in it. Yeah, but I think that's what when Riz was doing his promo, he knew people would think it was Cody Rhodes the way he was talking about it.
Yeah,
I think that was definitely intentional, but yeah, then I think wrestling kind of provoked. That was PW side I wanted to kind of just like immediately said, by the way, it's not Cody Rhodes, it's Logan Paul.
No, it fits in as a character.
Yeah, it's about time they started presenting Logan Paul as a heel.
Yeah.
Ridiculous that they tried to get him over as a face the last couple of times.
Everybody in the world hates him.
Yeah.
Everybody hates him. Even his own fans hate him, I think. I'm just glad it's him and not Jake Paul. Can't stand that one.
Yeah. He's too busy having fake fights somewhere else.
Yeah, he's too busy paying old UFC people to follow over. Right, so that's the pre-show. Pete Rosenberg on it for the pre-show.
Yeah, there's a guy Matt Camp and some new woman. Can't remember her name. She was alright.
Memorable, then, was she?
She was there, Keller Braxton. It's just.
So we'll just get into it then. So it was happened on the 19th of February. It was Jeddah Superdome in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. It was the seventh Saudi Arabian show. 33,000 people there. It's called Elimination Chamber. Do we know what the title was in German? Or the German translation to English?
It was. Is it No Escape? As they call it?
No Escape, yeah. No Escape.
I was going to say like the Ultimate Solution or something.
Ooh, don't do that anymore, do they?
That's literally why they changed it, wasn't it? That's why it's not called Elimination Chamber over there. For that reason. I can't find the food menu for the Jeddah Superdome.
Yeah. What's a traditional Saudi Arabian dish?
They did have food eggs, which it's really next week. Get your tickets now.
Right.
Food eggs, the Saudi Arabia's leading international food and drink festival.
What is Saudi Arabian food?
I don't know. Falafel, isn't it? I don't know.
Flatbreads. I feel like they're a flatbread country.
Not beer though.
No, not beer.
But it is the largest dome with a continuous roof and the largest geodesic dome in the world. Good for them.
Well done you, Saudi Arabia. Right then, so they've got another video package. I mean, they're just not the same quality as these video packages.
No, they're kind of boring. They wear on you that when you've seen it like 3 or 4 times in the same show.
Yeah, because they didn't just add up all the video packages before the matches and put them all like a tune behind it, don't they? That's the opening show. We've got Michael Cole, Corey Graves, Byron Saxton on the commentary team. That's the Raw commentary team, isn't it?
Yes, but with Michael Cole instead of Jimmy Smith.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a mix of both.
Jim Smith, yeah.
No, Pat McAfee. He's not been on SmackDown in the last 2 weeks either. It's horrendous.
I missed Pat McAfee on this show, big time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The commentary was very subpar.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
It definitely makes a big difference. I watched Friday SmackDown this week, and it was Corey Graves instead of McAfee.
Can't stand Corey Graves.
Just not as good. He actually, we missed out on the news show, which I guess shows how much we pay attention. But it was the Wrestling Observer Newsletter Awards, wasn't it, last week?
Okay.
And Corey Graves won Worst Commentator of the Year. Pat McAfee did not win Best Commentator of the Year.
No, it was
somebody take Excalibur on it from AEW because they won everything, obviously.
That's it.
Yeah.
So many people turned up to the award show.
Mm-hmm.
Right then, opening match. Roman Reigns, the Universal Champion, against Goldberg. This is for Reigns with Paul Heyman and the Usos. Goldberg basically turned up on SmackDown and said, Reigns, you're next, mate.
Yeah.
And then Reigns went, all right. He did say, I acknowledge you, didn't he? I like that. I acknowledge you. I acknowledge you as the next person. You haven't beat anybody.
My next victim.
Have you noticed, like, when Goldberg's cutting promos now, he's got like a twitch with his eye? Like,
no, I can't say I have.
Oh, yeah. Just
I've noticed. Yeah.
He's not bad now, isn't he?
Well,
Goldberg.
Middle-aged, isn't he?
Yeah, it's when
by today's standards.
But like, he's got the grey beard and he just looks old.
It does look old. It looks like a big shit ass, but it should have been out the world title picture a long time ago, shouldn't
he? Yeah, his name's still.
We talk about this all the time, don't we? For us, he just needs to turn up, demolish some mid-card guy, leave. That's all he needs to do. To be fair, I'd pay good money to just see him turn up each week and just batter Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, well, that match he had against Dolph Ziggler at SummerSlam, was it 2 or 3 years ago now? It was perfect, wasn't it? Mm. Well, perfect use for him.
Wasn't that before he went and beat Owens? Was that?
No, it was after. I think it was after his. It was the Make Good match for his Undertaker match, which went horribly wrong in it.
Yeah, but the Saudi Arabian people have it. They ask for all these old wrestlers.
Yeah, but you can have him. You don't have to have him in a world title match, do you?
No.
Just go.
He's still not beat Bob Roode, has he? There you go.
Look, we know you like Bobby Roode. Get over it.
You need to see the world title pictures on site. But there's plenty of jobbers he could be. who they could take over there.
Like,
That's true.
Why does Goldberg have to go in the title picture? You're not going to bring back Stone Cold in a couple of months' time and put him in the title picture, are you? He's 57, 58 years old.
This one just wasn't intriguing anymore, was it? I know they missed the boat and they didn't do it at WrestleMania when they were going.
That was the sort of story, wasn't it?
Mm.
Where Reigns would have won, but obviously he didn't go because of COVID and all that kind of thing. Strowman won eventually.
Yeah, which had to kind of all cut to skip over, didn't they, during that?
Yeah.
But yeah.
So this match goes 6 minutes. There's a couple of spears by Goldberg, and then Reigns just chokes him out for about 10 minutes. Choking him for ages, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it went exactly how we thought it went. Interesting that Reigns didn't really do that many moves on Goldberg. He didn't spear him, did he? Not that I can remember.
No, I don't think so. I was starting to think, bloody hell, is he actually going to win it?
Goldberg got all the offense in, and Reigns just choked him out.
But I believe it's the first time he's ever lost by submission, isn't it? So that's something.
I thought Goldberg looked quite good in this match in comparison to some of his recent matches.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
I think the match still went.
Those matches, didn't it? But
it still went on about 3 minutes too long.
Yeah, that's because he was getting choked out.
It did. Like I remember, like halfway through, I legitimately said, like, this has gone on a lot longer than I expected. I didn't mean that in a facetious way. I just meant, like, I expected it to be more high octane. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
I was really hoping for the type of match they had with Lesnar at WrestleMania 37. Or, no, not 37. 33. All right, bloody hell.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Not like they stared at each other for about a minute, didn't they? And then it was the old test of strength. And I mean, the right decision, do you think? Obviously.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think it was good because it was the first time. A lot of people have beat Goldberg now, so that's not impressive. But the first person, it would have been almost even better if he'd tapped. All the other thing that I kind of wanted to happen was they just, when he was saying he's going to Goldberg, he actually did it. He just spears him straight off the bat and beats him.
Yeah.
That'd really put him up on it.
Yeah, I still think Goldberg would have agreed to do that.
No, I don't think he did. I think that's why he did the whole, he just passed out instead of tapping.
I don't think Goldberg would have tap out with him. Reigns carries on with the champion. It's just one of them, wasn't it? Got out of the way.
You knew it was going to happen. It was predictable. From the offset, you're not going to take the title off Reigns and put it on Goldberg.
No, I think at least probably the best thing about it was it didn't really matter that Goldberg lost, does it? It's in Saudi Arabia. This would have been better than building up Seth Rollins and losing again. You think?
Oh, you really got a better match with Seth Rollins, though, haven't you?
You really got a better match.
To be fair,
we all know where it's going, though.
With what Seth Rollins ended up doing at the end of the show, he may as well have been better off losing to Reigns, I think. But
do you know what I mean? They all say they want new stars, but if they put someone new in to lose in Saudi Arabia and never get back in.
Yeah.
Because we all know Reigns is never going to lose, was it? Because we all know where it's going.
And I think in some ways, because they've done it before with Goldberg, where he beat The Fiend,
you're
not 100% sure, hang on a minute, well, he could do it with Goldberg.
Well, Lesnar could have
so in that way, it was a more intriguing title match than anything else they could have put on. And it's what the Saudi, I like the kind of the Saudi Arabia shows, they're becoming more like normal pay-per-views recently. But you got to admit, I kind of like the fact they were weird before. And they had these like weird legends and stuff in matches that you were expecting. I did kind of like that, to be honest. So in some ways, it was a nice throwback to that, wasn't it?
Nothing will ever beat the greatest one.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. And then there was the bloody DX versus Brothers of Destruction madness. Undertaker versus Goldberg was, what the fuck? But you know what I mean? Like,
is that Rusev Undertaker casket match, right?
Yeah, that was Greatest Royal Rumble, though, wasn't it? But
what a show!
What a show! Yeah, and also Goldberg got busted up, and he gets busted up more than Ric Flair recorded, didn't
he? Yeah,
all on the top of his baldy head.
Yeah, needs to protect it. We haven't got Meltzer's star ratings, not that we care, but we have a Franklin star rating.
Well, do you know why? Because Meltzer's part-timer. Don't care.
Don't care about the fans.
Not doing it until Thursday, is he?
Too busy giving out shitty awards to the wrong people.
Yeah. So I think you're both going to agree with me on this one, but 1.5 stars. Nothing to shout out about. Went on for about the same right amount of time. Don't think it deserves any more than 1.5. It was entertaining for what it was. Predictable.
Yeah, it wasn't my favourite Goldberg match. I was expecting a bit more, to be honest. But I liked it was sensible, safe booking, I thought.
Yeah, I've seen Goldberg have better matches, but it could have been a lot worse as well.
Yeah, which kind of describes his full show, to be honest. Just sensible, safe booking. Nothing outrageous, pedestrian.
problem with these shows, in between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is there an argument? So we'll get that in. But is there an argument to move Royal Rumble to the pay-per-view before WrestleMania?
They'll just not have them. Yeah, maybe.
They're not going to go. They're not going to go 3 months, are they?
You can't. You got to have the Royal Rumble in January. That's a staple now.
Yeah, but I don't know. For booking wise, it would make sense.
No, because otherwise it'd be in Saudi Arabia, wouldn't it? So.
For me, I won't be using the Elimination Chamber for more number 1 contenders.
No, I hate that. That needs to be moved later on, doesn't it?
If they're going to have a Saudi show in between, just make it a fun pay-per-view, no title matches. Just go out there and just put on a good show for me.
Yeah.
Glorified house show that used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd have all the random legends and that on it.
Yeah.
Of like a cat angle match or something. I don't know.
Yeah, spoiler that. There's no Mansoor.
Oh, yeah.
Why would Mansoor in the Elimination Chamber?
I've just noticed. I think this is the first time he's ever.
Absolutely no Mansoor.
He's never wrestled on a Saudi show, right? Like, yeah.
What's the point? You know what I mean? We're getting
it was like this was
somebody couldn't compete. I know somebody would be perfect who would just slotted right in there.
Yeah, this was the most normal Saudi show. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, this
not the best one. The last one was the best one. What was that?
100%.
Crown Jewel.
Yeah, Crown Jewel was the best.
Because that was WWE's best show last year, I thought. But this was the most normal. This could have been in like Rhode Island or something. No, about an island. I don't know why I picked on Rhode Island there, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. So then we've got an Elimination Chamber video. We all know about the Elimination Chamber. 6 people for 2 stars.
Just
so long.
Why are you going on? Because I'm just looking at the match links. These fucking video packages.
Right, this video package made no sense because it was advertising a men's Elimination Chamber. What was the next match? The women's Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. So basically, what it is like because they're on Peacock now. If you get the cheaper Peacock version that's supplied by ads, you'd be seeing adverts during this. But everyone else who's paying for it is just seeing this, which is just an advert, isn't it?
Which is just as bad, isn't it?
So I think have longer matches and do breaks in the matches, for the people who aren't paying properly, paying less. Do your picture in picture like you would on SmackDown or something, cut to a break, and then let those guys carry on watching.
Yeah.
But this is ridiculous because there was like, I think you got an hour in and we were like 1 match in or something. It was just, this was a 3-hour pay-per-view. There's only
15 minutes.
There's only 7 matches. The longest one goes 15 minutes. It's ridiculous.
I was thinking that.
It's so slow. They're so slow paced now. But
before I watched it, I looked at the results and saw the times, and I thought, "Oh, is this 3 hours?" I mean, I skipped for a lot of these. And
I know you've got a lot. I know you've got a lot of entrances, haven't you, in the Elimination Chamber? But
I watched the show about an hour and a half, so I skipped all the entrances.
Yeah, really, just long.
Yeah. So we've got the Women's Elimination Chamber match. So this is a number 1 contender match for the Raw Women's title, which is up later. It's currently Becky Lynch. So we've got Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Nikki ASH, Doudrop, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair. I did like Alexa Bliss had a swing in their pod.
Yeah.
All about that. Liv Morgan cosplaying Britney Spears. Everyone's saying Doudrop should wear her gear full time, don't they?
Really? That? Okay.
Yeah, cool. I know. Apparently.
People saying. I tell you what, the women's gear looks...
I'm not cool anymore. I've come to the realization I'm no longer cool. Yeah. But Doudrop was saving a look, apparently. I understood to that means. She looked good, didn't it? She
was making some weird movements as she came down to the ring.
Yeah.
she was odd in this, Doudrop.
She was just checking her chest a bit, wasn't she? But I said the women's gear looked better now. You don't have to wear the baggy t-shirts over it, doesn't it? It looks still would obviously it would be great if you could just wear the normal ring gear. But this is the best women's gear they've had, I think, since they've been.
Which is mad because I wonder if the Saudis thinking this when they're watching the video packages. Are the Saudis watching the same video packages?
No, they're not anymore because they did one time.
And because they've got the raw gear on,
They had Carmella in something and the crowd went mental apparently. And then the Al Qaeda or something like mental threatened the Saudi government. Yeah.
Cool. Possibly. So Liv Morgan, Nikki ASH start. Doudrop's out first. She's just shouting at everyone, Doudrop. Just in Scottish patter. Love it. Rhea Ripley's out second. I just don't understand her. She eliminates Nikki ASH with Riptide. I guess that's all the feud is. Who's the heel?
Oh, Nikki ASH is the heel. She's now like a deluded superhero.
As I said, somebody want to tell Rhea Ripley that.
She attacked her.
Is Nikki ASH's gimmick the worst gimmick in WWE history? Because I think it's probably up there.
Well, I was on board.
It is now she's a heel.
Yeah, I was on board with it when she was a face. I can see it. It was their idea. She wanted to do something for the kids or something.
It's awful.
I get that. But it's not Hurricane. It's not as funny as the Hurricane.
No. It was good when she kind of beat up Molly Holly, wasn't it? When she came out as Mighty Molly.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe it's because I'm older and I just can't get behind it at all.
It doesn't make sense now she's a heel, I don't think. Anyway.
I'd rather she turn into a super villain.
Yeah, that's what they should have done.
No, because it just makes it's just shit.
Yeah.
It don't fit in with the rest of the product, does it?
No.
And I think as a babyface, that was all right because it was like, oh, she's cute, she thinks she's a superhero, bless her. But now she's the heel, unless she's meant to be like deluded into thinking she's a superhero, but then she knows she's not because she's called almost a superhero. What's going on?
But we're also forgetting she's turned heel on Rhea Ripley, and Rhea Ripley is absolute dog shit.
Well, she's just really annoying. Rhea Ripley.
She is like, genuinely the worst person I've ever seen. Like.
Everyone loves her ass.
I quite like her.
This is a bold take.
I hate her.
Why?
Absolutely. I don't think she can do anything.
She can't wrestle.
She's maybe she's in the top 15 wrestlers in WWE women's. It's probably because there's only 16 of them.
She had that good match with Charlotte, and
she's just. I don't.
They had a really good. Her and Charlotte had a really good match last year.
I don't understand her gimmick.
Was it WrestleMania Backlash? I can't remember when it was now. No, because there's a crowd there. They had a really good. No, it must have been Money in the Bank because it was before Becky Lynch came back. And the crowd was just chanting for Becky the entire time, and Charlotte flipped them off. And then they had a really good. I'm sure it was them too. Had a really good match. Yeah, I think it was.
I don't understand the gimmick. I don't understand the look. I think she's crap on the mic. I think she's boring in the ring. I think
she's different. She's different.
Yeah, she's different, but she's rubbish.
No, I think this is a.
I can't stand her.
This is going in the Ross Backham Hall of Fame of bad takes. This one, like.
I just think she's terrible. I don't.
I can see that she's not. She's not the best one. I wouldn't put her in the same league as Becky or Charlotte or someone, but I don't think she's terrible.
I don't put her in the same league as Liv Morgan.
Like, I don't get Liv Morgan really. Like,
see, I think Liv Morgan's come on absolute leaps and bounds the last few months.
Yeah, I think she has.
She looked good in this match actually, but she ain't getting a push anytime soon. Liv Morgan, she's done.
Yeah. Not now they've got Alexa back as well.
I think she'll win Money in the Bank with Morgan.
Yeah, maybe a good shout.
I think that's how they put the title on her.
Yeah.
Because at the minute, she can't. I don't think she's believable to win, but I think she's going to win Money in the Bank. Mm-hmm. I'd say that Charlotte probably win.
Yeah.
Which after she lost the title to Rousey. Yeah, just don't understand Rhea Ripley. Don't get it. The finish here is what John Cena used to do with spin up powerbomb.
Yeah, like I don't think she's the greatest wrestler of all time, but I don't think she's bad. She's a safe pair of hands in that women's division.
Rubbish.
No.
There's loads of people better than her.
We're just going to go back and forth here, though, aren't we?
Yeah. We'll all agree that.
Expert wrestling else. Rubbish.
Just agree to disagree.
Yeah. So we would play eliminates Nikki ASH. Then Alexa Bliss comes out third. Liv Morgan then eliminates Doudrop with a sunset flip.
That was impressive. Cool. That was very impressive.
Yeah.
Then Bianca Belair comes out. Alexa Bliss eliminates Liv Morgan with a twisted bliss. That was out of nowhere, wasn't it? I thought Liv Morgan was going to be.
Yeah, well, all these matches felt very rushed.
Yeah,
I can't imagine that Alexa Bliss was the initial plan in this match because it didn't really line up with what she's been doing on Raw, where she's becoming more normal again.
Who else?
Then she was almost like full on fiend Alexa Bliss here again, wasn't she?
Who else could it have been though?
I think they must have been relying on someone like Bayley or Asuka to get ready, and then they went.
What brand?
Like just stick. She's on SmackDown. Just stick Dana Brooke in. Do you know what I mean? Something like that. I don't know. Like it didn't really make sense. Like it felt like she got rushed back into it. Alexa Bliss.
I thought she looked quite good though.
Yeah, I thought she looked good, but it didn't really make sense with the story they've been doing on Raw, where she's been going through therapy.
Well, she's cured now.
I thought, yeah, but then she was just back to normal. I thought she was going to like Alexa Bliss of old.
The goddess.
Yeah, before the whole Bray Wyatt.
Bring back the goddess, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just a bit strange to see her come out. It was a bit jarring.
Yeah.
Good gear, probably the best gear though, because it was the most sensible looking in it. In fact, it wasn't obvious she was just covering a full body because she was in Saudi Arabia.
There was a hilarious bit though where Rhea Ripley had her.
She
couldn't get it out of her face. Yeah. I bet she was thinking, we're in the same as everybody else.
Alexa was even trying to pull it off herself. During that double suplex, but I did see that. Yeah.
I mean, there was some decent spots. I mean, obviously trying to push Bianca Belair. She did everyone's seen. She did the one-handed where she was holding her up. Yeah, but Liv Morgan also had her hands on your shoulder.
Yeah.
It was quite obvious that one-handed. I mean, it's ridiculous anyhow. But, there's obviously pushing Bianca Belair. She eliminates Rhea Ripley with the KOD, and then she puts the KOD on Alexa Bliss to win 15 minutes. Just not long enough. Couldn't do anything.
I felt the match was too short.
Too
short.
A good elimination chamber should be like half an hour, shouldn't it? Which is a big issue in this show. Not a great elimination chamber, but the right winner. More sensible, safe booking, I think.
So we've got the rematch, haven't we? Have they had a rematch since? They've already done it, right?
Dark match.
Right, but not on TV.
No.
I was going to say, because that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, and as Becky said in the promo afterwards, she didn't realise. She said it's the only two winners of the only two women to win in the main event of WrestleMania, which I thought was quite a cool stat. So you've got to put this on the main event of the Saturday, I think. I think Bianca Belair's got to win because that was. Then it makes up for the whole SummerSlam thing, doesn't it? Where everyone was like, let it play out. But if they do let it play out properly, it should be even more Overwatchy with it. So
for me, what they need to do is put the title on Bianca Belair, take Becky out of the title picture for a little bit. Because I don't think she needs a title. I think just put her on a Stone Cold run where she just bring back the man and put her on a bit of a run where she's just beating shit out of people. And then put Alexa back in the title picture against Bianca for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, if you take out Becky's maternity,
matches, doesn't she?
Yeah, and if you take out Becky's maternity, she's been holding the title for about 2 years straight, hasn't she?
That was match with Alexa Bliss. The commentators acts like she was she's 5 times being the champion.
Yeah,
there's no decorated one in there.
Yeah, it was,
I don't think you can do elimination. I don't think there needs to be 2, and I think you should just pick the women or the men. I wouldn't mind which one.
I don't mind having 2, but I just think this was it just felt very rushed and nothing really happened, did it? There wasn't a lot. I feel like with these gimmick matches, you need something that could only happen in the Elimination Chamber. Like there was some cool spots in this one, like the double suplex and the one-handed whatnot, but that could have happened in the 6-pack challenge, couldn't it?
Can't they just go back to putting the title on the line in the Elimination Chamber?
Yeah. I've never liked it in February, the Elimination Chamber, to be honest.
No, I think it's for everyone in the year.
Yeah, because it's harder to
June time or something.
You feud at WrestleMania, don't you? How often?
They either do something mental like they used to do, where like, they change everything. They just do what they do now, whereas like everyone just wins if you're expecting to win. Because it's obvious where the story is.
Just do it after WrestleMania. A couple of months after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Just
don't give it its own pay-per-view anymore. And do it when it fits.
Yeah.
You got 6 people, right? Elimination Chamber for you guys.
An Elimination Chamber at SummerSlam. No one's going to say no to that.
Yeah, if like a heel keeps running away, well, you can't hide now because you're going to be in the Elimination Chamber like 5 people and whatnot. That's what it should do.
Yeah, that books itself. Becky Lynch is the champ. She cheated away from 5 matches. They're all annoyed. Well, this is what's going to happen. Elimination Chamber. But nothing happened. Nobody went through. I mean, I know they did that in the main event. It's hard and you got 2 of the same shields, but they didn't want any spots outside, was there? Nobody even got close.
No, nothing even on the top or anything.
No
big jumps or anything off the chamber. So that was the thing. It was pointless it being in the chamber, really. Yeah.
Star rating then for the Elimination Chamber. 2.5. Yeah.
2.5.
Not long enough.
Yeah, not long enough. Like for me, if it had gone on a bit longer and a few more spots and whatnot, it could have probably touched 4 stars. Even 4.5.
It was a sort of match where if you ever did an Elimination Chamber as like a part of a house show or a dark match or something, this is what it would be, wouldn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and all the right people in it. People in it. Karen Natalia wasn't there. Then speaking of things that shouldn't be there, we've got a Lashley video package. If you would watch it,
Natalia was backstage during an interview for some reason. Like, I'm hoping they filmed it before she went out, but before they went out there. But yeah, she was on the pre-show doing some sort of interview.
Right, Cold Clash was. Probably someone. What woman's coming back because you can be a best friend, actually.
Barely.
I wouldn't trust Natalia, mate.
No.
Everyone's your best friend. I'm not having any of that. Yeah, did we watch the Lashley video back then, the Almighty?
I've seen it so many times on different people.
It's always the same ones, isn't it?
And it's a really fierce video package, isn't it? But
yeah, just look at what he's done and all that.
Yeah.
Right, then we've got another women's match. So this is the SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair. She's teaming with Sonya Deville. They're going against Naomi and Ronda Rousey. Rousey has to have one hand tied behind the back, but sort of to a side. He just tied that very well.
So I've not tied at all.
Yeah, because Sonya Deville has her arm in a sling, or does she? Obviously not. Her arm's okay. She whips it off straight away. I mean, this went, was it 12 minutes?
Is it that long?
Or 9 minutes? I can't read my own rating.
Oh, it just went way too long.
9 minutes, 15
9
seconds,
minutes. Yeah. Nothing really happened at all. Rousey was sort of being beat up. I like the fact she was wearing, is it a gi? What you calling it?
Yeah, it was the same one she won.
She won.
Yeah,
she was a judo
she won
champion.
Gold, was it? It was like a bronze medal.
Yeah, but she's a judo champion.
Was it in the London ones? Or was it
Beijing?
Right
Beijing or one at that time, wasn't it? Yeah. People forget that's how she's made a name. That's what she was doing judo before she was doing.
But again, I thought it was quite a good. You have to cover your full body. That was quite a good way of doing it. Again, I thought it was quite sensible.
I mean, so she's sort of been beat up by both of them. Then right at the end, so Naomi gets a sort of comeback spot, doesn't she, where she gets tagged in and she beats them both. She didn't really do a lot in this thing, I mean. Then Rousey's got Deville with an armbar. Charlotte Flair decides she didn't want to get involved. So Sonya Deville taps Rousey and Naomi win. This went on. I would have took 3 minutes off this and put it on the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
I just thought, especially with one person around that time behind the back, this ain't going to be a good match. It was all right.
Yeah, they should have had a bit more Naomi in it, really, shouldn't they? I think Naomi and Charlotte are really, really good together. They had a really good match at SmackDown every week.
Naomi got a spot, so she's obviously going to go against Sonya Deville and TV.
And that'd be good. I hope they have at least 2 women's matches on each night.
As I say, because they're doing a feud that doesn't involve a title.
Yeah.
It's just an organic feud, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully it stops Sonya, because I like Sonya Deville as a wrestler, but not that much as a...
Yeah, but it was quite cool because she was like the first openly wrestler on a Saudi Arabian show, which is pretty history-making.
You just know they're all fuming inside, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, she should have been
absolutely fuming.
She should have been the babyface match. I was really hoping she'd come out with that in that rainbow gear again, but I kind of understand why she didn't, because she wanted to get out of the country. That would have been pretty cool.
I want WWE to have Sonny Kiss.
Yeah.
They'll just be absolutely stewing under the Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Velveteen Dream, Sonny Kiss match.
God. I think there'd be a lot of people angry about the Velveteen Dream having a match.
Well, yeah. Dalton Castle and with his 2 little people there. What do we think of this match then? I mean, the talent in it should have been better, but again, they literally have one hand tied behind the back. There's only so much they can do.
Yeah, I felt like they could have done this anyway with just Charlotte just immediately deliberately avoiding.
Yeah.
Without the one arm gimmick, because it didn't look great in it. Yeah, I just put Naomi in for a bit longer, but it really did. Again, sensible, safe booking.
Yeah, Rousey still looks good, doesn't she? Going back, still only lost once. Did she get pinned?
Who? Rousey. Yeah, she got pinned in the main event of WrestleMania, didn't she? That was the only time. Yeah. That
would have been better if she hadn't. She'd come back and never been pinned.
Yeah. Although it was botched, wasn't it? But yeah.
Yeah, it's that ended real quick, didn't it?
She didn't actually get pinned, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Charlotte Flair's acting like the heels didn't need Sonya Deville. I thought it's a strange one. It's another one where they just mashed 2 stars together, haven't they? For apparently no reason. But yeah, just too long. 9 minutes is too long for this kind of match. If it was just a standard tag match, I'd have said, yeah, fine. 9 minutes.
Yeah. But yeah, again, it was just another one for me. It was all right. Just sensible, safe. I can say this a lot in this pay-per-view. Sensible, safe booking.
Yeah. It's just so middle of the road, this pay-per-view, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just so middle of the road. What star rating did you get for this?
1.5.
1.5, yeah. Does anything get over 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I might know which match, but yeah.
There's not. Because like I said, middle of the road.
Yeah.
There's nothing special's happened so far at this pay-per-view.
No, I think you could have quite easily predicted every. In fact, to be honest, I did predict every single one on this card, like before the match. There was no surprises really, or which maybe that's a surprise in itself. I don't know.
Yeah, the sweat of the sweat.
Yeah.
Maybe. So Naomi and Ronda Rousey take the momentum into WrestleMania. See what that. I still can't believe Rousey Flair. Just can't believe.
Just makes no zero booking sense.
Well, I guess if you're gonna put Belair, it makes more sense for Belair to face Becky Lynch to Charlotte Flair.
It does, but then they should have had Bianca Belair win the Rumble again and had Ronda Rousey qualified to win the other one somehow.
Yeah,
you know they're going to happen. What's going to happen though? They're going to keep the title on Becky for another year and then do it at WrestleMania next year.
Yeah,
title, maybe.
But then for me, the title needs to come off Becky.
I think it'll come off Becky, but Ronda will win the other one and she'll hold it for a full year. And it'll do Becky versus Ronda. Yeah.
I think that's just got less prestige about it. It just makes sense for Ronda to go off the title that she lost against Becky. Doesn't it? It makes that's what makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it made far more sense to do it this year, but I don't know. I guess it does make sense for Bianca to get her win back as well. And then it needs to happen.
Well, that's the other thing.
Probably some Seltzer took on anyway, some of them.
Well, I'll get to that at the end. I'm sick of them rebooking themselves to corners and just come up with terrible ways to go out of it. So the next match then, we've got Madcap Moss against Drew McIntyre. Falls Count Anywhere match. Madcap Moss is with Happy Corbin. It's effectively a handicap match.
Which was sensible, finally.
Yeah, big
two heels realised they could just interrupt from the start. Like, they always wait a good 20 minutes or something, don't they, to interfere in these Falls Count Anywhere matches. But why? Yeah. Just get yourself straight in there.
Jinder Mahal used to be good at that.
Yeah.
Just getting his mates to help out.
Sensible booking, I felt. Like, actual logic coming from heels. It was great.
One bit that I liked is McIntyre chases off Corbin, and then he thinks, he's gone, I'll carry on with Madcap Moss, and Corbin comes back. And then they just have like a standard match, don't they? Consider it was a Falls Count Anywhere. They did a bit on the round. Not a lot. Then they end up going back near the ring. McIntyre starts getting the upper hand on him. Corbin hits him with a chair. There's a little bit near the ring bell, which is the most overused spot ever in it now. People going over the table and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then McIntyre eats a future shock and a claymore on Moss to win 9 minutes.
I made no notes on this match. The only thing I can remember, really, is the only thing memorable from this match is Drew swinging the sword at Corbin and then dropping the claymore on Madcap Moss.
Yeah,
with his sword.
Yeah, with his sword in his hand. That could have gone terribly wrong.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre stabbed himself. Or stabbed Madcap Moss. That would have been worse.
A risk, right?
It's just you want this feud to end because where is it going?
It's going to WrestleMania, isn't it? They're doing Corbin versus McIntyre.
Corbin has become the new Ziggler, I think. Where it's just are you still there, Corbin?
It doesn't feel big. It doesn't feel big enough for Drew McIntyre.
No, that's what I was just about to say.
WrestleMania.
This is like when Taker faced Mark Henry.
Yeah, hopefully they need to add a good gimmick on it to make it interesting.
Why we asked?
I think
scaffold match.
Drew's just biding his time now back into main event picture, I think.
Yeah.
Well, this is it. And
he'll probably challenge it like WrestleMania Backlash or something like for one of them. Like
Lesnar, if whoever wins out, Lesnar wins. Drew, if Lashley's injured,
unless you think they're going to wait, and if they're doing this big British show, it's outside a new show. I think they're going to wait until then.
We'll discuss that at the end of the options. Yeah. But Drew's one of the only believable people who can actually win it, isn't it?
Yeah. But it was all right again. This match wasn't it good?
Yeah.
Safe.
We've got a star. Did you write a star?
Sensible booking decision.
Yeah, 1 star.
Yeah. It's very raw on it.
Drew's better than 1 star, though. That's what I found frustrating.
Well, he built up all this momentum. and then he lost a bit. Then he built it all up again, and then now he's just there and he drew.
Yeah.
I agree. He deserves a lot better than that. A lot better. Right now, next match. This is for the Raw Women's title. So this is the winners in the first bank of at WrestleMania. We've got Becky Lynch, the current champion, against Lita. This went 12 minutes. Lita's first match back, and she was in the Rumble, wasn't she? Did she have a match? Was she in a tag match?
I think this is the first title match, isn't it? That's what they ended up saying.
It's the first singles match. Then?
She might have. Yeah, she's had matches at Evolution. No, she had a single match against Heath Slater. I remember that. But yeah, first title match, I think, since she was
first title match. There's some good bits in it. Lita broke out the disarmer. She kicked out of the manhandle slam. She did the finish, didn't she? She did the twist of fate and the moonsault, got a 2 count, and then I think she sort of won it really quickly.
I thought this was a pretty good match.
I thought this match was awesome. Yeah. I thought this was the best match of the night for me.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Kind of what I was expecting, though.
Oh, yeah, it's predictable, but I thought I wasn't expecting Lita to be that good. But it was, she got better as the match went on.
Yeah, and it was predictable, but it wasn't during the match. You know, you look at it, but there was a couple of, when it was a twist of fate and the moonsault.
Yeah,
I was like, fucking hell, they've done it. They're throwing a curveball here, because especially with being in Saudi Arabia, anything can happen. Kind of.
Yeah,
it's like bloody hell if they're throwing a curveball here. But yeah, I thought it was really, really good. I think that's there's nothing wrong with having predictable results if the way you get there isn't overly predictable.
Yeah,
and this is a perfect example of that.
Do you remember that match between Triple H and John Moxley at Fastlane? Roadblock.
Roadblock, yeah.
We all knew Triple H was going to win. Yeah, the match was incredible, and there was points where you thought, "Oh my God, Moxley's Ambrose at the time. Ambrose is going to win. It's going to be Ambrose Reigns. Oh my God, this is crazy." Similar vibes for this match.
Yeah, it's the same thing where you thought, bloody hell, are they actually going to do it? What a curveball this would be.
I mean, I'm pleased for Lita because the way she left wrestling before, Crime Time, similar stuff.
Yeah, losing to Mickie James. Being called a slag on the way out, basically.
I'm glad she's getting another chance.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I thought this was an awesome retirement match. Now, if this was the last match, I kind of want to see her one more.
I think she'll stick around.
Yeah. I hope she has one on US soil. I hope she does get that big Mania match or something, or SummerSlam match. Like
Lita versus Beth Phoenix for the art of Edge.
Why not? Why not? Yeah.
Edge on a pole match.
Edge on a pole match. Yeah. But yeah.
She will. I think there's room for it. There's room for her in the women's division, I think.
Well, the probably need it, to be honest. To just have a bit of substance to it.
Yeah, like a legit contender.
Gonna have an interesting match at WrestleMania involving the women. It's probably going to be one of the first names you put in there.
Yeah, but having said that, if this was the last match, then I think what a great way to go out.
Yeah, either way.
Yeah, bit like Trish and Charlotte won at SummerSlam a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
just went out in a really good and put up a star. Well, not a star of the future, a current star.
Because she's always been quite young. She's not as old as.
Oh, we'll have a look for you.
She's been around. Was she not in her 20s when she was wrestling?
Late 40s now, sure.
She's 46.
Not that old then. Yeah. She's
Bobby Lashley's 45.
Yeah, she's still in good shape, isn't she?
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley got knocked out by a bit of plaster.
Yeah, same age as Bobby Lashley, so you know.
So maybe she'll stay around for another run. Mickie, is she similar to Mickie James? She's still going.
I think Mickie James is a bit younger, isn't she?
Yeah, but I think it's worth it. You know, when you have that time out, like look at Edge.
Mickie James is 42. Actually, still my thought.
So you have that time out, don't they? So the body, they haven't got as many bumps on her if she'd have been wrestling all the way through. She's got like another.
Yeah, and she didn't have to do the house show loop and that. Did she? Just do that time. But yeah, I want to see her have a match now. That was good. That.
Yeah, I think there's room for it.
I want the next Legends match. I want to be Sasha versus Trish, but after that, if she can have another match.
Bayley Lita.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I want to see this one. I'd like Asuka.
Is it not? No, it was AJ Lee, wasn't it? There's that video signing someone getting an autograph from Lita, but I think it's AJ, wasn't it?
Yeah, I haven't seen it against Asuka or something.
Yeah.
Io Shirai. Battle of the Moonsault, Io Shirai.
Yes, but that was the best match of the night for me by far. Crowd were really into it as well, actually.
Yeah.
And they give Lita a hell of a send off as well, which I thought was cool. But I wouldn't have played Lita's music at the end. I would have had all the adulation, the natural like woo.
Sometimes it covers the crowd noise, doesn't it?
Yeah, they should have played it, but they should have let it settle. I think between songs, but yeah, I thought it was a really good match.
So obviously we just got to discuss what's happening with Becky Lynch next, but right decision.
Oh yeah,
we think
Becky's sensible booking as well.
Yes, and Becky Lynch will go against Bianca Belair, a rematch from SummerSlam. People say it would be the long-term booking. I thought they would have a match.
Yeah,
you just thought they would have, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm. They're doing exactly what they said they would do. Yeah.
Star rating, Aaron?
3.5.
3.5.
I was going to predict that. Yeah, it was good.
I'd have thought you'd have said 4.
I think just going 3.5. I'll stick 3.5.
Right amount of time as well, 12 minutes. Not one of the matches
didn't go too long.
Correctly,
yeah, it didn't outstay its welcome at all, did it?
Considering some of them.
I wouldn't mind it going a bit longer, but I think that means it was the perfect time.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah.
So then we've got a video package of Undertaker. He's going in the Hall of Fame. Got all thoughts on that. Check out the rest of the roundup released on Monday. Just obvious one. I think he's done now.
About time. Yeah.
I don't think he'll come back. I think that's what he was waiting for.
He could do the WrestleMania in Texas.
I think he'll be there. He's not wrestling again.
He's in Texas.
He's old school in Taker. I think. He's always said he don't want to become a parody.
If he knew Ross, he'd have retired 10 years ago. But yeah, I get your point.
No, but he was chasing that perfect match for me.
Yeah. Yeah, does a pre-recorded match really count? Does it need one more in front of the fans?
No, it doesn't. Does not at all.
Does that mean, hey Ross, does that mean that we saw Undertaker's last WrestleMania match in front of fans? Didn't have one at 35, did he? Yeah. Didn't have one at WrestleMania 35, did he?
Reigns was the year before, wasn't he?
Yeah.
35 the first year he'd never had one.
Yeah, he wasn't on the show, was he?
Yes, because coming back to the last ride, he says he had the match with Styles, and he was like, not Styles, Cena. I could have gone longer.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it was, wasn't it? Oh, well, that's the same. I hope he didn't have a match now. I said that.
So we've seen The Rock's last match, WrestleMania match. Taker's last WrestleMania match. Right, doing it right, aren't we?
Right, yeah.
And we've seen 2 5-star matches from Dave Meltzer.
That is true, yeah.
Not that it matters.
How many Franklin
we thought
stars?
We thought we saw the finale of Gargano Ciampa, and that went over the 7 years.
Yeah. It's not finished. It'll be AEW feud soon, right?
Yeah. What's happened to Gargano? Has he done anything? He's not gone anywhere.
He had that we should have mentioned. He had a baby the other day. Quill Gargano.
Yeah, but he's not signed anywhere, is he?
No.
So
Candice is still contracted. She's on maternity now, so a contract moves out.
But she's still with WWE.
With NXT, yeah.
Well, we didn't get we thought we was getting the next match. So the Viking Raiders were going to go against the Usos for SmackDown titles. But they're jumped by the Usos. The match never starts. And now it's getting mixed up. The suplex Ivar onto Eric.
I can't remember where I know. It felt like a weak way to cancel a match.
Well, the rumours were that they ran out of time. But apparently this was always planned.
Yeah, Sean Rossap on Fightful said it was always planned this way. Yeah.
And if anything was running out of time, they would cut one of the video packages.
Yeah,
should have cut video packages.
Should have cut the video package anyway, shouldn't he?
The December Days member just done a 2 hours 20-minute one. I mean, this.
To be fair, at this point in the show,
what
I wasn't asked. I wasn't asked about seeing it. Like when it started coming out, I was texting Terry for it, and I was just like, oh, for fuck's sake, I forgot about this match because I was just ready for the Chamber at this point.
I'll be honest. I thought, oh yeah, Viking Raiders is coming out. Let me just skip the entrances, missed the match, and I was like,
yeah.
Well. So I was like, right, I'm gonna have to rewind it.
The tag team division is so flat in it. We don't even have the Raw tag. I don't know who the Raw tag champions are. Oh, it's still RK Bro, isn't it?
No, it's Alpha Academy. Alpha Academy.
It was Alpha Academy.
Yeah, they lost. Yeah. But RK Bro have got. They might have it at WrestleMania at this point now. Actually,
that's how poor the tag team division is now. Though.
Yeah.
You're not asked. Like, this Usos are one of the best tag teams in the world. The Viking Raiders can go.
The Viking Raiders are one of the best. I've
Yeah.
seen Bloody War Machine live and indie shows and that. They were fantastic.
I mean, I know the saddle of the Viking Raiders.
They were kind of like that anyway, though, aren't they? Like War Machine were always like...
This is WWE's problem, though. They only care about the top 2 titles. Every other title just gets left by the wayside.
Yeah.
They don't build the division up.
Yeah, these 2 teams could have a really, really good match, but they probably won't. Like, they'll probably do Usos versus New Day at WrestleMania instead. But unless they're going to start building to like a multi-man ladder match or something at WrestleMania, which would be pretty cool because it's always nice to get one on the show, isn't it?
Especially with some of the tag teams that some lunatics, aren't they? There's no random Mexican ones now, like wrestlers who just go mental.
Yeah, some people do something like that.
Kalisto did a silly little solo onto another ladder.
Yeah.
They're all gone, aren't they?
Yeah.
Nobody could do it was going to do a 450 off the top. Ricochet's in the tag team, put in the someone.
They should do, really, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yes. I was going to say it with Ali. Ricochet and Ali, that would be an incredible tag team.
They teased it, didn't they? They teased it and then go with it.
It'd be like London and Kendrick, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But it was just mental.
Yeah, they did tease that a few months ago and just didn't do anything with it, unfortunately.
So Poland started smiling at people. We haven't brought up the most ridiculous thing from any person ever is Poland smiling with mid-start. Why did he do it? He lost his job.
Yeah. That'd be a white to go.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ. So there's no contest there between Usos and Viking Raiders.
So there's only 6 matches on the card then, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. Then we get a Seth Rollins video package. And then we get WWE wrestlers sort of met athletes from the Special Olympics. Big Titus was there. He's there all the time. It's just a good dude when he takes on Neil.
Yeah, great guy.
Such a shame.
If we had the bit where the blokes were dancing with a big stick shirt. There was a video package where they were doing a traditional Saudi dance.
Yeah.
I think about that.
Was that this one anyway? Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy that one.
And then we get the men's elimination chamber. So this is for the WWE title. So we've got Bobby Lashley as the champion, Seth Rollins, Austin Theory, Riddle, AJ Styles, and Brock Lesnar. And Lesnar's first ever elimination chamber match. I guess he missed it, didn't he? He left too early. Well, I know he came in. They'd already done one. And it was when they weren't doing it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, this went 14 minutes.
Long enough. I think it was good for what it was.
Yeah. Not the best elimination chamber match I've had recently.
No.
We'll go through it. So Rollins and Austin Theory start. Rollins does his buckle bomb onto Theory through the pod. It hits Lashley. Well, the plastic does. Lashley's hit his head, apparently.
Right. This for me, I've got major beef for this.
Because it looks appalling.
Because it just makes Bobby Lashley look like a pussy.
I know he's injured.
Yeah, but if he's injured, get him to relinquish the title. Don't put him in an elimination chamber and let a little bit of plastic touch him.
Yeah, they could have just done he could have just come out on Raw and said he has to give it up and it's for the vacant title, couldn't they? That would have been a better way of doing it.
That's the better way. Instead, they've made one of the biggest stars, who's meant to be a powerhouse, just look like a complete pussy.
Well, I think they could have done this because I'm not a fan of relinquishing the titles all the time.
Yeah, if they're injured, they've got no choice, have they? Don't put him in a match and make him look weak.
No, but what I would have done in this, I wouldn't have done that spot because I think that spot was terrible. I would have done he could have done the similar spot. He could have said, Adam Pearce could have been saying to Lashley, get out, and Lashley's fighting against it. And he's like, no, it's the concussion protocol. You have to leave the match. But and Lashley's like throwing security guards over, getting real angry, saying, I can't. I know he's injured, but he could have done something.
But I think the thing is that they had, we kind of forgot to talk about it, but Matt Moss got absolutely spiked with the Alabama Slam. Legit concussion, and he just went on with it anyway, didn't he? Like he looked like he nearly died from that.
Yeah, but they could have done something.
But that's what I mean. They didn't stop it. They didn't stop it at that point. So the concussion protocol made no sense at this point because they replayed someone land on his head, and they knew that this spot was coming up at that point, surely. So just don't make such a big deal out of Madcap Moss's. And it's, well, brave lad, he's carrying on, and then have your WWE champion You know, he just gets someone thrown into him and he leaves the match. Yeah, I agree with Aaron. It's a shit way for him to go out. I would just be honest. I would just gone like Raw. You know, and stick. He can't be in it, and just stick someone else in. I know Kevin Owens didn't go to Saudi, but there would have been someone on the Raw roster
who could have gone in.
Who you could have just stuck in. Like, why not stick like Chad Gable or someone in? Like, it doesn't really matter, is it? Bob Roode.
Yeah, Bob Roode's
it's got to be someone good, but like. I thought it was a bad way of doing it.
They could have done it better.
And also, it leaves you thinking. It makes him look weak, but also it leaves you thinking, oh, they're going to replace him with someone. And they just don't. Yeah. So when he got, I know we're skipping right over now, but when he got to the end and Lesnar made himself number 5, I was like, we're just out of number 6 then. It was just.
Lesnar making himself number 5 was fucking brilliant, and he did that off
it was great, but it was just. It didn't make sense in the context of the match because it looked like they were going to. Surely you would expect it to. Everything built up to a surprise number 6, didn't it? And they won't.
Yeah, where was MVP?
I don't think he goes to the Saudi shows. He wasn't on the last one as well.
Is it? I know he's an ex-convict in it.
I don't know what it is, to be honest.
To do with his visa, but if MVP was there, he could have been arguing with him. I just think if you're going to do it, have him look like he wants to carry on.
Yeah, they did this before, didn't we? Do you remember the build-up to WrestleMania 32 where Roman walked out of the Royal Rumble? Oh, what a brave lad. But it's like, no, he's walking away from the match. This looks shit.
Yeah.
It was the same here, wasn't it? If you're going to do it, take him out on a stretcher.
Yeah. And they could have all security guards. I mean, Bobby Lashley sold it quite well. He was all over his feet, wasn't it? But they could have all security guards force him out. Adding pieces like, look, zooming in. I know the crowd can't, but zoom in. You can hear him say, you can't compete. I need you to get your head tested.
Yeah.
If he was Lashley, though, you'd have said, no, I'm not getting knocked out by a bit of plastic.
Yeah,
I think,
and it's not even thick plastic; it's flimsy.
No, the chamber did not look menacing in this match.
Not like it used to years ago, and obviously you can't use glass anymore. But
they used to say it was bulletproof glass, didn't they?
Yeah, that would have been cool. Imagine if they did like sugar glass or something.
Yeah,
and he went through it, and he just said he's got something in his eye or something. He's blind. Yeah. He does the old Taz gimmick for a bit.
I'm blind.
That'd have been great. Yeah. Lashley comes out with a stick next time. That'd have been fantastic.
I think what would happen is because if you were to say to somebody without the chamber and on paper, he's going to get powerbombed through the glass onto you. You think
it's not what you picture, is it?
No, but you think, that's going to look awesome. That's going to look amazing. And then in reality,
it looks shit.
That's what happens. Yeah, but I think when it was sold to him, you can imagine the writers and creative on Vince, like, this is going to be epic. This is going to be amazing. It's going to go right through the glass. It's going to land on top of it. It's going to look so good.
So you're saying a good idea, but poorly executed.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I don't think you can, unless you use sugar glass, and then you go in with a different injury out. But I don't think they can. I don't think they could have ever executed it in the way it would have looked believable.
The fact that the commentators just kept saying, "Oh yeah, is it himself on the metal pole?" Then they kept recapping the footage, and there was you saw his head hit the glass on the side.
So they need to learn, don't they, WWE? Stop flogging the dead horse, right? It looks crap. Somebody can watch that. But he's not it.
Don't show it in real time. Do the whole
thing.
Do the whole thing where they speed it up, like rather than slow it down, so it looks more dangerous.
Yeah.
Maybe Kevin done one there. Maybe on Saturday. Maybe.
No. But so Lashley's out the match. Riddle comes out first. Then AJ Styles comes out second. Then Lashley's pod is still selected, but he's not there. So Lashley just kicked his way out of the pod. But he's looked cool.
Yeah.
But then we've already seen someone go through a pod, which is not as impressive because we know the pod's going to be broken now.
Structural integrity of this.
Somebody always goes through a pod, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Lesnar looks like an absolute beast, yeah. But I would have had him. I'd have put a false roof on that one or something. I'd have pulled the chains down.
Yeah.
Done something cooler and then climb out of it. That would look better. Yeah, but climbed out the top.
It wasn't planned. It wasn't scripted. He did it off his own back kick out that. He was still meant to come in at number 6. But he just decided, I'm just going to kick it in, apparently. So I've read on the internet. Just did it off his own back. It's just Lesnar all over, isn't it?
Because imagine backstage, you should have done that. I was just going
do you know what? I think it fit in really well because obviously Riddle's about to do the RKO, isn't he? And then the timer goes off and he stops and he's there shitting himself. And then obviously Bobby Lashley's chamber opens and it's kind of like the relief, and then obviously the Rock just kicks his way out. I thought it
was really good. They look really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it. I would have had him kick. Oh, the kick wasn't planned. That's probably why. But yeah, I'd have had him kick out a different way. So Lesnar's out. He eliminates Rollins first with an F5. Then he eliminates who's next? Riddle with the F5. AJ Styles in there for like another minute. He goes out with F5.
Yeah, I don't think they do it too quickly. Just make them all like geeks, don't they?
Yeah. Just
it was the same ending in the Royal Rumble, wasn't it? It makes Lesnar really good.
Yeah, but makes everyone else look shit.
It just made like Seth Rollins especially. He's so well protected most of the time. They won't even let Roman beat him. And it just looks like a geek. Yeah, just beats him, like picks him up and beats him in one F5.
I do enjoy a good Brock party though.
Oh yeah, I think it's really. I would have just put. I think I'd have had Rollins go out last, not first, if I was doing this. But they all just stood around like bloody, like Jackie Chan's opponents. They just all stood around waiting to attack them.
Attack one at a time.
Yeah.
And then, but we'll go to the end before we sort of thinking about it. So he's chasing Austin Theory,
which I thought was brilliant.
I thought Austin Theory had a really good gem match. Like even from the start when he was coming out with taking the selfies with you.
It was brilliant.
He's the new. I think he's like the new Randy Orton. Like,
yeah.
Theory. He's such a gifted youngster, but he's got that it factor about him as well. I think
this was the first Theory match I've seen as well, and I thought he looked really strong in this. Don't know how he's been booked previously. I know he's like Vince's new little pet, isn't he? But
he had like a weird story with Zelina Vega, didn't he? And Almas and
he was just randomly.
Gaza.
He was randomly called up for that WrestleMania that year because everyone was injured out with COVID, wasn't they? Whatever. So.
But then he went into Johnny Gargano's stable, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then I was back up. He was like the Evolve champion, though, like 22.
Wasn't he? I remember seeing him at WrestleMania Access. So I can't remember his face.
So he runs around. He then low blows Brock. So he gets a little bit of offense in. So he looks the best out of all these people, doesn't he, Theory?
Yeah.
And then he runs away. I like that. He tried to get out of the cage, which was hilarious. He actually fit for everyone. Brock pulls him back down, and then there was an F5, not even onto the ring.
Onto the steel.
The steel.
Don't you think? I thought it would look better, and probably safer as well, if they gimmicked that bit, so he went through it.
Yeah.
Because he kind of landed on his awkward line on his feet, didn't he? Which, fair play, because no one's taking a back bump or a front bump on that.
I would have rather have seen a German suplex into the ring.
Yeah, I thought he was going to do that, but that's just risky as fuck, that, isn't it?
Yeah, well, either one's risky, though.
Yeah. But I thought he would have been better going through the grate. I don't know, I didn't know how to gimmick it, but I thought
Lesnar must be shitting himself, because he's got to throw him far enough, because it's all Lesnar, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's throwing him, isn't it? It's not... I
don't know. He threw him very
enough,
didn't he?
Lesnar pulls him into the ring, pins him. He's the new champion. 14 minutes. A good man. I'll say it now. My issue with Lesnar beating everybody like that is there's nobody who looks like they can beat Lesnar now. There's nobody who can stand up. Really,
no, the entire Raw brand looks like it's just not. It looks inferior to SmackDown now, doesn't it?
The only person who looks like at the minute stand up to Lesnar is Reigns. You potentially put McIntyre into that bracket.
Yeah.
But I
just beat him at the Rumble.
There was that 5-way match, wasn't there? And it was Samoa Joe, Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and Finn Balor.
Yeah, there was one of them. There was one 4-way match between them four.
Was there 4
as well? Yeah.
But when they all stood together, you thought Samoa Joe can take down Lesnar. He didn't book that. Strowman looked like he could beat Lesnar, and Reigns looked like Lesnar. Now you've got potentially 2 people who look like they can go anywhere near him.
Goldberg.
You've got the same with Reigns on the blue brand.
Goldberg.
But that's the problem with booking Lesnar like this. Yes, it's fun to watch, but who's going to beat him?
I don't get why. If Reigns hadn't gone down with COVID at day 1,
what would they have done?
Surely they would have just left Raw alone.
Yeah. Why did you put Lesnar on it?
It seems to be the plans have changed a lot now, doesn't it? Because it looked like they originally going with like Seth and Owens, which doesn't seem the case at all now. But Yeah, I don't think it needed. I don't think that match needs 2 titles. I think if that match was built upon SmackDown exclusively, I wouldn't care. I don't think anyone will be crying out for the WWE Championship.
Is it a ratings thing? Are they putting Lesnar on Raw?
It must be. Yeah, they'll get him off on Raw now, won't they? I guess. But again, just what does it say about the rest of your roster?
But it doesn't make them look good, that's all.
Well, this is the argument at the moment, isn't it? Which is all over the internet. That WWE are really protecting the 4 stars, which are obviously Reigns, Lesnar, Flair, Lynch. They don't care about anyone else. They don't build the stories up enough with anyone else. They just
no. But what do we do after WrestleMania?
Well, we've had this before, haven't we, Lesnar? Where Rollins beat McMahon, didn't he? He had to use a chair and he low blowed him and everything, didn't he?
Yeah.
We're going to get back to that because there was a point where nobody could beat Lesnar before.
Yeah.
Who could you? You three? Could you put Orton in there?
I think he'll lose to Roman Reigns. I don't think it matters.
Reigns 2 belts.
But then but then what do you do with that afterwards? Like, you know,
Rock next WrestleMania.
It's got to be so we've got another year of Reigns being jobbers, haven't we?
With 1 belt though.
With 2 belts.
Well, but it's 1 champion. I know he's got 2 belts, but he's not going to defend them separately, is he?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, they'll have to be on Raw and SmackDown, I guess, won't they?
But who even could beat Reigns? You've got potentially Edge, but he's already had a go and lost.
No one will beat him. I think he'll keep 2 belts. If that's what they're planning on doing, he'll put 2 belts on him until The Rock next WrestleMania.
Cody Rhodes beats him.
I didn't even know that's Cody Rhodes music.
No, it's a classic.
If Reigns beats Lesnar at WrestleMania, they're not going to make him lose a title because they're going to build towards The Rock beating him, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, I think he'll beat The Rock as well. I don't know why he loses.
What happens if The Rock beats him? What happens then?
What's the point in The Rock beating him? He's only got to lose it at Backlash, or whatever. Like,
just an interim, though, I suppose. Takes the title off Reigns again and puts the end to the bloodline or whatever.
I think whoever beats Reigns needs to go away.
Yeah, I just don't know who it'll be.
They're not going to take him off TV, though, because he gets the ratings without Reigns.
Well, I guess after this, they've got, say they do The Rock versus Reigns at WrestleMania LA or whatever, it's 39, isn't it? They've got another year then to build someone else up as a potential challenger on this. So they need to take it this year because they're not doing it at the moment. And this isn't helping. Like, you've got Matt Riddle in there as a potential world champion, but he didn't look like it there. Like a geek, didn't he?
None of them did, though. None of them did.
Yeah.
But even if I know it's not about just look. None of them look. If you just was to show me a lineup of these people, none of them look like they could even beat.
Yeah.
Lesnar or Reigns.
For me, they should have. I don't know.
Do you have a Braun Breaker type of person coming?
I think I want to see another reign of Orton. One more reign.
I think Orton. Yeah, Orton.
Well, I thought there was an outside chance that Riddle might end up winning yesterday to face Orton at WrestleMania, and they actually do that split. But I don't think they will do it. I think they'll just do a tag match for them now.
You've got Lashley, maybe potentially he could come back in when he's back fit. Is he? But
again, he's like 45, 46, isn't it? It's not.
But the next 4 months, could he be the one to beat? But then that would be crap, wouldn't it? Lashley beat Reigns.
Yeah, it needs to be someone. It needs to be someone who's never been a world champion before. I think you're right. Braun Breaker's probably the best one, but no time soon.
But you're looking at another year, aren't you?
WrestleMania 40, you're looking at.
Yeah, I'd say.
Is there anybody else in developmentals who's like that? Not really.
I don't think you can even look at developmental anymore. They're not bringing anyone up before they bring Braun Breaker up.
No.
It was a good year or so away.
You ain't going to be Pete Dunne or someone, is it? Which I'd love it to be.
No, there's nobody really in the mid card who you think could break out.
No.
Ridge Holland.
Yeah.
I think not in his current gimmick, but I think Madcap Moss is a future world champion.
Well, Heyman's big on him, isn't he?
Yeah. I think Matt Riddle is as well, but no time soon.
No,
I was always hoping to be Big E. They busted his flushes.
Well, then they could bring Big E back.
Championship almost, yeah. They got to rebuild him again. He's
I
done
think
now.
He's another year or maybe even 2 years away from another title run.
Yeah.
So I think they've ruined him.
I think he's back in the. He's just back in the mid card for now, and he's back in the title.
He's got more potential than Kofi Kingston. I think he looks more like. I don't think Kofi Kingston looks like a world champion.
Yeah, it was good. Kofi's one I enjoyed it. I was glad he had it, but
he's a one.
He's a veteran now, and he's a bit older, isn't
he? Yeah. Big E, I think, looks like a world champion.
Yeah, and he carried himself like one, didn't he? He was on the box
and all the events, wasn't he? Yeah,
he was still at like NASCAR this weekend and stuff, wasn't he? Doing like instead of the pace car driver or something. Like
he got WWE Championship, maybe potentially Damien Priest, but not really. I don't think
he's a bit older as well, isn't he?
But then you go into.
These guys were all mentioned could easily win WWE Championship for next year if it doesn't change hands.
Yeah,
but
is it going to be?
It's beating Roman Reigns is so much far above just becoming WWE champion. They've got to do it in a big match. They've got to do it. If you say right, he's going to beat Brock, which I think he will do at WrestleMania 38 we on this year.
Yeah,
he faces Rock at 39 because you aren't doing that match anywhere other than WrestleMania. And he gonna. I think he's got to lose to the. He's got to beat the Rock because the Rock's not going to be around to defend the championship. So I think you're not looking until WrestleMania 40 unless you do like a big SummerSlam or unless he loses it to Drew McIntyre at Wembley. But that's an outside shot. You got WrestleMania 40. You're looking at like 2 more years of this run, I think.
I mean, because everyone says that Lesnar should never have broke the streak, but I think I don't mind Lesnar breaking the streak.
No, they've done well with it since.
You've made Lesnar an absolute megastar.
Yeah, if you think he wasn't being bugged that well before that, he lost to Cena, he lost to Triple H before.
I think he lost 2 WrestleManias.
I remember going into that match thinking, what's the point in this? Like, Taker's obviously going to win it. It wasn't even a thought. Yeah, so I think it was a good call, actually.
And then you had all the... He squashed Cena in that SummerSlam match. And then you thought... Maybe, and then, it won. And even look at the star you've made Lesnar. I don't think if he doesn't do that, I don't think he's where he is now.
No.
And not as big. But yeah, that's the same level with Reigns, isn't it? That's the same thing, arguably more because Taker was clearly at the end of his time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of responsibility, and you've got to get the right person. And it's something that can be quite easily messed up. Look at Goldberg Street losing. It's a hard thing to do. That you could. Well, they'd say that was a death of WCW, don't they? When they stopped. Goldberg streak. Yes, it was awfully and the finger poke of doom and all that crap that happened afterwards. I don't think they'll do that again. But was Kevin Nash the right man? No, I don't like him, but holy fellow.
No, he wasn't the right man at all.
But was he the right person? So it's quite easy to get it wrong.
Yeah, we knew that at the time though, because he was already an established star. He needed to be someone new, didn't it? Kevin Nash did that because Kevin Nash wanted to beat the streak. That was the only reason.
Kevin Nash was booking it, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the only reason that happened.
But you know what I mean? It's a tough thing to do.
Yeah.
So it's going to be one of them. I mean, you say 2 years' time. Is Reigns going to be there in 2 years? If the way Hollywood wants, or it looks like he's going to Hollywood, he's not going to be there in 2 years.
I think if he wants to go to Hollywood, Vince will just give him a stupidly high wage.
Yeah.
You don't want to lose him.
He might
you
go
can't
to Hollywood.
afford to lose him. I'm not being
depends
funny,
what he's on. They'll get him into it, but it'll be like the Rock spent a long time transitioning out before he fully went out.
Yeah, is he going to? But he's going to be gone for 3-4 months, isn't he?
Lesnar was champ like that, wasn't he? I don't think it matters.
Reigns can't act for shit. He's good in this heel character, but he's not a good actor.
I don't think that matters, does it?
No, the Rock's been a career of it, hasn't he?
Yeah, just play action heroes.
Not everyone's Batista when it comes to coming out.
Do you know what? Batista's genuinely good actor.
Yeah.
He said
he'll be the first wrestler to win an Oscar, like for sure.
He always says, doesn't he? He says, "I'm just, he's like 6'5", just like 300 pounds. He can't help it, but he's actually a really good actor."
Yeah.
Batista, I mean, I love Batista, but he's the kind of guy you could just see at home wearing a cardigan with glasses, and it just does not fit his absolute massive physique.
Yeah.
But as a Rock, I know he's going to be doing like weights and that. It's like Rock Bros.
Late night sushi train. But yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's all to say. Are they going to? I hope they don't, because going on there, I'm sick of WWE doing matches, the big matches like Elimination Chamber, like Hell in a Cell, and they've put themselves into a corner and they've done stupid stuff. They've done another one here. I hope they don't do that at WrestleMania.
No,
they have to have a definitive win. It has to end at WrestleMania. They cannot do another schmoz finish.
No, you can't drag it out to SummerSlam. I think it will. That's because I think Lesnar. This is the most active Lesnar's been for a long time, and it's been on like every Raw and SmackDown since.
My worry is
since like Crown Jewel.
Something's going to happen because they didn't think, shit, we've got 2 titles now. how are we going to get? We want to keep the two titles. We don't want to get rid. We don't want to merge it into one. They're going to do something stupid and nobody wins.
Or they could have Roman lose the WWE Championship in a really stupid way, like afterwards. A bit like, I don't think when Christian beat Kenny Omega for the Impact title, I don't think it ruined. I know people said it would at the time, but I don't think it ruined the effect of Hangman finally dethroning him as the AEW champion. So, because they did the same with Becky Lynch, didn't they, when she picked up both against Ronda, and she lost to Bayley, was it the pay-per-view afterwards? But it didn't matter because she still had that long streak. So you can still do something like that.
You've got Money in the Bank, man. Yeah. So
if you want, even if it goes to SummerSlam or Money in the Bank or something like that, yeah.
You could. That's where you could lose, and if Reigns could be beaten up, you use Money in the Bank. You've got one title off him.
Yeah, you could easily do that, and he's still got the prestige of he's held it the Universal Championship.
Yeah, they take the WWE title off him, and he's got the record still.
Yeah, and it's still a big deal for whoever pins him, but it's not the end of Reigns because he's still got one of the championships.
I guess that's
very much. Basically, he's out of the same what AEW did with Kenny Omega, but I don't think he lost anything by losing to Christian in the way.
That's what's going to have to. I just worried that WWE book themselves into corners, don't they, all the time? They go for the instant win. Yes, it's cool at the time. Yes, Lesnar winning at Rumble was like, oh my god, what's happening now?
Yeah, I don't know. Face Brock's just so good that I hope they don't ruin him by. I hope the US fans don't turn him at Raw tonight. Not tonight, when it'll already be happened, but it's just it goes out. But do you know what I mean? Like, because they could easily do. They could just shit all over it again if they think there's too much in it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think there's more intrigue this time, isn't there?
Yeah, still definitely these two titles. I think they're almost stacking too much on it that people are going to turn against it. Yeah, whereas if it was just a SmackDown only feud, they wouldn't do.
They did it with the women, though, and people didn't turn on that, did they?
Yeah, but I think this is different in it because there was no other women to challenge. This time there's a lot of blokes who can, but
who can do it. Right, what did we think of the pay-per-view overall? Or did we think it star rate for that last match? I mean,
3.5.
3.5. Yeah, steady win. It's not my favourite Elimination Chamber recently. That was the one that Bray Wyatt won. I think was the best one for a while.
Yeah.
But with everything that happened, I don't like the Lashley bit, but with the Lashley bit, I like the Lesnar bit.
Yeah.
I like it's maybe going a bit longer, but I was already probably I was bored at this point of the pay-per-view. Just not bored. Bored's the wrong word. I watched it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'm never going to go back and watch it.
No, it's going to be a classic. We're not going to watch it. We're not going to review this in 10 years' time, are we?
No,
like classic Elimination Chamber pay-per-view.
Unless something mad happens later on.
Yeah.
I don't think it will. But, what do you think of the pay-per-view overall, then?
Well, I give it a very Terry Peters 6.5.
6.5.
I wasn't too bored. It was good, but it was okay. Like it was similar feelings I had with the Royal Rumble at the end. I was just like a bit like, but I guess with the Royal Rumble, it didn't matter because my expectations were lower for this pay-per-view.
Right.
The Royal Rumble was very boring and pedestrian, which you don't want the Royal Rumble to be. This one was, and it was all sensible. I didn't want the Lesnar thing to happen, but I thought it would. I think I tweeted like 3 hours before the show. So it was in that sense, I was like, oh, it's okay. They've not done anything ridiculous. Like they hadn't done like Goldberg winning or something mad's happened. Like it was sensible and pedestrian. But yeah, 6.5 for me. It was good. I didn't not like it when I was watching it, but I didn't, again, like you, I wouldn't be going back to watch it again.
How much you give it overall?
5.
It's a bit bang in the middle of the road.
Yeah. Too many video packages that made no sense and just lost my interest.
Yeah,
it was just
they need to sort that out, that video packaging, because it's going to be a nightmare at WrestleMania if you've got 4 hours of that 2 nights in a row.
This is the first pay-per-view premium live that I have watched in ages, absolutely ages. I think SummerSlam.
Yeah,
because I've got no interest. Well, I ain't got no interest. I keep up with the results. I find out I know what's going on, but I'd rather watch old stuff. I don't have time to watch 2 pay-per-views.
Because I thought last year WWE had a really good streak of pay-per-views, but this year they just seem to be a bit off this year.
It just seems.
But I do think a lot of it is genuinely the 20 minutes of video packages in between every match. Just kind of it slows it down so much.
Takes you out, so you're all hyped at you, and then I know you have to have like your sort of bits in the middle, don't they? What they use matches to bring people down, but you say you
just get some backstage promos in there.
Yeah, just we could have like exclusive interviews or something, can't we? If it's not on
stories and stuff like that. Yeah,
the ones that they put on WWE.com afterwards. We could just get those, couldn't we? And then the people on the free version of Peacock could just see an advert. Yeah, just something to make it more interesting and more relevant, because it is just, especially when it's the same one like that Lashley one I've seen on the last 4 pay-per-views now.
It just seems disjointed, doesn't it? Because it's nothing to do with the story.
Yeah. It's like the old wrestling channel ones, isn't it? But except they go for 4 minutes instead of like 20 seconds. So,
I'll give this 6 out of 10. Like I say, I watched it for this. I didn't not enjoy it. I like the time. Is it one of the better Saudi shows? Probably, but not for the reason that I watch the Saudi shows, not for them to be average shows. I watch them because they're mental and there's 50 men.
Yeah, and I think because Crown Jewel was so good as well that you started getting, there's a lot more, less dread and more expectation with this pay-per-view. It didn't really live up to that, to be honest. It
was just a classic B pay-per-view, wasn't it, this?
Yeah.
I mean, the one between, is it ever any good, the one between Royal Rumble and Mania?
It's hard to do, isn't it?
Yeah, there's been I don't know, there's been like, in the past, there's been a few classics, haven't there? Like St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Yeah.
Couple of the old No Way Outs were pretty good, but since they've got stuck in this Elimination Chamber format, say for the last 5 or 6 years, it's been pretty much this, hasn't it? This time it happened to be, everything was green instead of blue.
Yeah, after this Mania, let's just have a shake-up of the pay-per-views.
It's just the easy way to put a match on WrestleMania, so they don't have to build to a feud, because I can just win an Elimination Chamber and that's a match setup. There's no build to a feud.
We've just had that, haven't we, with the Rumble?
Yeah.
It's a repeating storyline.
Just the easy way out, isn't it?
It's like best of the rest, isn't it, kind of thing, yeah.
Why don't we put the Elimination Chamber at Survivor Series? Because the Survivor Series concept doesn't work anymore. We've all said this. But put the Elimination Chamber there.
Yeah. They could just I just have it as I'd get rid of match type pay-per-view. Said this a million times on this before, I'll say it again.
Which, to be fair,
and when feud calls for it, do an Elimination Chamber, but you don't have a pay-per-view about it. It's a really boring.
Slightly getting away from that.
So I'm currently watching all the 2003 pay-per-views, and I've just watched Survivor Series. It's Team Bischoff versus Team Austin. That works.
It's such a good match. Is that the one where coach comes off singing at the end?
Yeah.
It works because there's stakes, doesn't it? Like,
there's no stakes anymore. So if they don't want, if they want to do it so close to the brand shuffle, shall we say, and mix up, let's just put 2 GMs against each other.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Do Sonya Deville versus Adam Pearce.
Yeah, they don't need to win both shows, do they? Let's have 2 GMs again. We did this last week, didn't we? Let's just completely separate the shows. Let's but yeah, that was if you haven't watched it, you've got a spare. You can watch it in about an hour and a half if you skip through all the crap. Entrances and video packages, you watch it in about an hour and a half. That's exactly what I did today. It's probably worth watching. I wouldn't wait to see it though. I think that's final closing thoughts on it.
There was about just over an hour and 10 minutes of match time on a 2.5 hour show. Well, 3 hour show.
You've got the Uso bit, haven't you? So a bit more.
That, and no man saw, ridiculous.
But and then there's a bit with there was a few interviews and Miz and stuff on the backstage and stuff. So hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. And then that's it. Go watch it. If you're going to watch one match, I'll probably watch the Lita match. She might not do another. That would be the match I would pick out of this. Right then, the Road to WrestleMania is in full swing. That was the Elimination Chamber. I don't know what we're doing next week.
So we're doing Super Bowl 97 next week.
Super Bowl 97. That's what we're doing. Cool. Right, stay tuned for that. We're finally following it on.
We're back on the NWO road. Yeah,
back on the NWO road. Exciting. Can't wait.
You love a good.
I do.
WCW pay-per-view. It's
like WCW. I've voted for the best one of all times with Hogan having 95.
Yeah.
I just love 95 Hogan. I think he's my favourite Hogan.
Scoop Al got some scoops.
What's your scoop?
Very nice scoop. Well, it won't be a scoop by the time this comes out on Wednesday, will it? Backstage reaction to the Madcap Moss bump at Elimination Chamber from Fightful Select. Moss is said to have been fine. Drew McIntyre is well regarded for being safe and was very concerned for Moss. But yeah.
Joe McIntyre's had bad injuries in the past, like, from people doing.
Yeah, Moss was also apologising. So basically, he decided that Madcap Moss decided he was at fault for it, which I think he was actually. He was in his wrong position, but yeah, there we go. Scoop, finally
a scoop. Aaron, where can we find you on the social medias?
Franklin Stan 91 on the usuals.
Yeah, Lou, where can we find you?
Yeah, at Lou Markham. Oh, at the Rest Around account, which is better now.
Yeah,
and remember, Rest Around Chamber. Yeah, there is. Yeah, you can see if you're wondering what the cardboard car looks like, have a look on there. So you have fucking huge ears. Next to his TV. How big's your TV, just for context? 55 inch, tell you.
Yeah, right, he dwarfs your TV, doesn't
he? Yeah. The shelves are just over 6 foot there on my that it's stood next to as well. So it's about the same size. And obviously Rest Around Chamber tonight, 7:30.
Yeah, tonight, 7:30, be there. I'll try and be there. Shoot life commitments. I'm going. I missed the opening of the package, but it's hilarious. Go back and watch it. It's on Twitch at Wrestle Around. Fans everywhere. Just Google Wrestle Around for the green and black brand. Very Saudi Arabian, that one, green and black. Yeah. So copied us. We doing it first, I think. No, we haven't. But yeah. We'll be doing a return of the WCW. Tickets probably won't be here ever again. So he's still eating Sunday dinner. 10:30. Still 10 at night, Sunday night, Sunday dinner. He's probably cooked it though, so no one will take him so long. But yeah, thank you for joining us, Aaron.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us, Lou.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, Bob Roode. Yeah, Murdoch Cardboard. Thank you everybody for listening, and join us next week where for some reason we return to the NWO storyline in WCW.